Thank you all for coming and welcome you to this new facility. It's a big day for us at the Jazz and Heritage Foundation. Seriously excited to be here, seriously excited to be in, to finally get started. We're really looking forward to this. So I'd like to begin the program by inviting the Executive Director of the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Festival and Foundation, Don Marshall.
Thank you. Wow. All I can say is, wow, this is amazing. And welcome to this historic event, the dedication of the George and Joyce Wein Jazz and Heritage Center. It was George's vision that the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Festival would support a dynamic foundation dedicated to serving this community. Today, we take a giant step forward. We're thrilled to have a permanent home for our Heritage School of Music in a beautiful center that will house many of the Foundation's wonderful programs, existing programs, as well as helping us develop new programs to serve the community, while also being a major resource for our arts and cultural community. It is my pleasure to introduce the President of the Board of the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Festival and Foundation, Dimitri Mercadal.
Good morning. God, this is awesome. This is absolutely beautiful. Today's event is a culmination of years, decades, and many people's visions, hopes, and their hard work. And before I go a little further, I want to tell you, I want to recognize there are many presidents that came before me that played a role in establishing what you see, this gorgeous building. It began with Joan Rhodes. And then Joan, if you'd stand and wave your hand, where are you all? Thank you, Joan. It followed with Judge Ron Shows. I'm not sure if the judge is here. And Nancy Marinovic. I want to thank you guys as well. Following Nancy, it was Tony Ruda. Tony, guys, thank you for your leadership and your vision to get us to where we are today. So in 1970, George Wein established the festival and set out a vision for a foundation that would protect and promote our unique musical culture. In 1990, Kid Jordan approached the foundation with the idea for a free music school. It grew into what became the Heritage School of Music, which today employs 8 instructors and serves more than 80 students each week. In 2008, the Foundation's Board of Directors had a vision to invest in our community, this Treme community, and made the decision to purchase this building. In the years that followed, many people contributed to the vision, what this building would become, and the impact it would have on the Treme neighborhood. We have many people to thank. I want to start with George and the late Joyce Wein, Quinn Davis, thank you. The staff of Festival Productions, and for building Jazz Fest into an internationally renowned attraction, which has provided, flipping my page, resources not only for the work of the foundation, but also for us to invest in this state-of-the-art facility. I want to thank someone before I really get into all these folks. I want to thank Scott Agies. You have worked tirelessly, and you have done phenomenal to get us to what is going to be one of the most remarkable weekends we'll all remember. I want to thank Askew, Dumas, and Ripple, the architecture and design firm that help us to develop our vision and to bring it to life, especially Steve Dumas and Sean Preu, okay. Many of our board members and staff. I want to thank Tara Carter Hernandez and Gerald Billis, who worked for years to make this project a reality, and some of our many donors whose contributions made this project possible. Again, I want to start with George. George, thank you so much, and thank you for coming down. It means so much to us to have you here. And I want to also thank the Goldring Family Foundation. Jeff, your dad, where are you guys? Art Place, a consortium of major national foundations, the Louis Prima and Gia Malone Prima Foundation. Where are they? All right, thank you so much. The late Gia Malone Prima, the presence of Anthony J. Sylvester, the trustee. That's you? All right. And the presence of Louis Prima Jr. What up with that? All right. The Ella West Freeman Foundation. Louis Freeman and Sarah Freeman. Are they here? We'll catch them tonight for sure. The Healers Foundation, David Kirstein. Thank you so much. And from the state of Louisiana, guys, we couldn't do it without you. Senator Ed Murray, I'm not sure if he's here. State Representative Helena Moreno, thank you so much. We're so honored to also have helping us Lieutenant Governor Jay Dardeen Jr. I don't think he's here. And there are so many other organizations and individuals. We'd be here all night. And I want to thank all of them. We'd also want to acknowledge the generous donation of instruments and musical equipment from Casio America, Inc., D'Addario, did I get that right? All right. D'Addario, Fender Musical Instruments, Guitar Center, Music and Arts Exchange, Shure, Yamaha Corporation of America, and oh my God, Zildjian. Thank you. Hey, you know you call for help when you need it. Including the purchase of the building, the project represents an investment of nearly $9 million in our community. That's right. And of more than $6 million is coming from the Jazz and Heritage Foundation. It's an honor and a privilege for this foundation to be in the position to make the kind of commitment to Treme and to New Orleans. But before I go further, I also want to acknowledge some other individuals that are here with us. Our esteemed mayor, Mitch Landrieu, and Councilman Jason Williams is with us. All right. And you know, we couldn't do this without having Scott Hutchinson with us as well. So it's all about the culture and continuing to make New Orleans a better place. And then these are truly Jazz Fest dollars at work. So remember, if you attend Jazz Fest, every dime you spend there comes back, and we could do things like this. And just the commitment to New Orleans, I'm excited about. Anybody that knows me, I live and die Jazz Fest, because this is what it's all about. With that, I do want to introduce our mayor to say a few words. So come on up.
Right, good morning, everybody. We also have State Representative Helena Moreno, who's with us today. Give her a round of applause. I have the best job in the world, in the best city in the world. In 1967, I stood in this building. My grandfather passed that year, and he was waked in this building. It used to be Lamano, Pano, and Fallow, for those who are remembering. I'll take y'all back a little bit. The Rhodes family knows that. It's amazing that today we're here, and it's a symbol of taking that which was old and used for another purpose, redeveloping it, repurposing it, and making it into something better than it ever was. Part A. Part B, for those of you that are not from here, the people of New Orleans, you should ask them. This is one of the finest buildings now of its kind in America, which is another message that we in New Orleans are actually starting to set the pace for the nation. The Sanger renovation, one of the best in the country. Jazz Fest, one of the best in the country. The work that we're doing now in the city of New Orleans actually is setting the course, as I've always said, that your city has become America's most immediate laboratory for innovation and change. And one of the things that I get to brag about so much on your behalf is that we as a people have found a way through the most difficult of times, 9/11, Rita, Katrina, Ike, Gustav, the national recession, the BP oil spill, I mean, whatever they threw our way, the reason we were able to come back is because we understood how important we were to each other and how important culture was, not only to us, but to the United States of America. And that seed that had been planted a long, long, long time ago got replanted by George very, very early on, and of course with Quentin, all of you that understood that culture and music and art or historic preservation are as important as the physical buildings that we have. And it's really simple. If you plant good seed, you're going to grow good stuff. If you nurture and you bring people together and you make sure that people celebrate the joy of life, you're going to produce good stuff. And of course, that philosophy, that ability for us to come together across racial lines, across geographic lines, through culture, as the medium, we've been able to reflect to the rest of America what's so important about what it is that we've done. And of course, you've created a cocoon here, a really special, special place where you're going to take young children that otherwise would be doing something else and give them the tools they need to realize their God-given talents. We leave too many kids on the streets of the city of New Orleans, and from time to time, somebody's able to stand themselves back up and just show their sheer talent, stop you in your tracks so that we grab them and lift them up. And what we want to do now is institutionalize the ability to actually bring every kid in that's got a great chance to be the wonderful things, you know, that God has given them the opportunity to be, and to give them a space, and to give them nurturing, and to give them the tools they need, and then to give them, right, the kind of instruction that they need so that we can reflect to the rest of the world who we are as a people, and this culture is going to emanate from this building. So, George, I couldn't think of a greater honor for you. Of course, there's not enough that we can do to thank you for loving us as much as you've loved us, and we want to make sure that we love you back. And for all of you folks with the foundation and all the folks that are in this room that have been a very important part of making this a reality, from me, I want to give you my heartfelt thanks and thank you so much. God bless you all.
Thank you, Mayor. There are two more people that I want to recognize. First, I'd like to introduce you guys to our first president of this foundation, Mr. Earl Duffy, Sr. Thank you for coming here today. And now we're on to the greatest part of the event, the ribbon cutting, opening these doors. But I want to also introduce you to Mr. Donahue. I know you're somewhere in here. If you could stand, or we want to recognize you. Donahue Favre Contractors have built this beautiful building, and they've been here all day, all night, 7 days a week, 24 hours, determined to have this ready for you today. But you're somewhere. They're all back there. Thank you so much. You guys did a fabulous job, and we're excited and happy to partner with you guys. So with that, Scott.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Mr. Ween. So what we're going to do now is we're going to do the ribbon cutting. So I'd like to ask everybody to exit through the lobby. Please